Yo, this is a scene for Sept of the Howling Wind. It's set in San Diego. Here we go. Jesse, the adorable den father, called together a ragtag pack of people in Paris, Johan, Colton, aka the Plastics, Lash, and Camden, WTF. And he's just waiting for them to show up, kind of sitting near the Karen Hart, trying to figure out exactly what the hell happened. He's just kind of looking around the Karen Hart like, well, this is what I expected.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna say that Johan, Paris, and Colt show up looking exactly like the Plastics, like just the walk and everything.
Yes.
Across the Sept. With Johan at the front and Paris and Colton on either side of him.
Jesse just looks at them like, you fucking bitches. And he goes back to trying to figure out how somebody found this much glitter and leopard print.
Lash will show up dressed pretty much like her, except he's got a t-shirt on today.
Woo! So why don't you describe the Karen Hart, Lindsay, since you're the one who did this?
So, the Karen Hart, clean and reverent. It looks like a 70s disco party threw up on it now. Ball, there's glitter everywhere. There's leopard print scarves, and there's a leopard print rug.
He's just standing there with his chin on his fist, just kind of like
on, because he fucking helped. Word, he just
Paris claps his hands like.
Colton is smiling. He's just like, man, it's like unicorn threw up all over here.
What the hell happened to the Karen Hart? Just what happened?
Lash has a look on his face like, what the fuck?
Johan just grins.
You three didn't do this, did you?
Colt puts a finger on his nose and he's like, nose goes.
Lash holds up his hands like, I had nothing to do with this.
Johan says, well,
what had happened was a rubbish chin.
Don't tell the beta no when he asks you for help.
Oh, why did I have a feeling that under his control, the Karen Hart would look like? I don't know when the Alpha's coming back from his Elvis wedding.
Out now. Hang on a second.
Oh my god, Colton is gonna do something and Dev has not seen this form yet.
He knows, but he hasn't seen it. So, Dev has just arrived back on set. And the first place he goes is the Karen Hart because, you know, that's what he does. And he stops. And there's just a silent screaming. His jaw drops.
He'll spin and put a finger up. I did not do this.
Colton sees Dev, who's like silently screaming and like completely ignores that fact, and he's like, "Daddy, Dev!" and runs and jumps.
He
looks and Colton, right? Yes. Warned me, and he puts his arms around him.
So,
warned you. He acts offended.
But well, you know what I mean. Shut up.
Your beta decided to redecorate while you were gone. Jesse says.
How I had the feeling that something like this might fucking happen. I can't leave that bastard in charge for any length of time.
I tried to keep him preoccupied, but you told him to do his job.
tell him to do his
I tried.
job. Yes.
So hard. I tried so hard for you.
Johan is like standing there, just with a shit-eating grin, and Dev notices this. He looks at him. He said, "Did you have anything to do with this?" And he goes, "Uh-huh, I did."
Yeah, my cub may have, facilitated this.
All I did was give him advice, and I helped him acquire the metric fuck ton of glitter that covers this place.
Oh God! I'll just rub his forehead. There is nothing but glitter in my life for the past 2 days. Oh my God!
What's wrong with glitter? He smiles.
It is the herpes. And, Dev looks at him and says, "It is the herpes of the craft world, and you cannot get rid of it ever."
I'm covered in it.
Well, and now so is everybody
I'd rather be
that has set foot in Cairnheart.
Fuck.
Well, you know what?
Colton just like
So Dev getting over his initial shock, he just kind of rolls around in the glitter and is like, "Well, I'm a son of unicorn officially now."
Jesus Christ! No.
Colton just like smiles and he just like wraps the glittery scarf that he has around his neck and he's just like, "I love glitter. It's fine."
I hate.
He grins.
I hate all of you so much.
He pecks his cheek.
Christ.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
You're my friend right now. Camden, by the
He
way,
looks at everybody.
slipping in the back.
He looks at everybody and he says, "So I am officially married to Maurice Rose."
Oh, that explains it. That just explained everything. Now I get it. Okay, I was blind, but now I squeak.
Congratulations.
He gave me an Elvis wedding. It was amazing.
Oh God, why?
Colton claps.
Because our song is "Can't Help Falling in Love."
That is so fucking precious.
Oh my god.
And he's just like, he's absolutely beaming. He can't even be mad right now. He's just so fucking happy. Like,
Oh God.
it's whatever.
He'll take a bit of the glitter and sprinkle it on Camden, and Camden will just kind of and like look at him.
Colton
So
just kind of
Dev
skips
looks
back
at
over to the
Camden.
plastics.
Dev looks at Camden, and since we are in the Umbra, he'll notice that there's something weird and different about him. He tilts his head to Camden.
He'll notice.
What happened to you?
I sought the.
Why?
I sought the right of ostracism.
Blinks. So now you have no tribe.
Colton looks at Johan and smiles.
Johan just grins. He is so proud of himself. So proud of himself.
The noise that's in the background, can you hear it very clearly? Like, is it overpowering me?
No, it's not overpowering you. No,
Okay.
you're fine.
No, I can hear your voice, so it's fine.
Okay. So he'll smile at the alpha and he'll say, "I gotta talk to this lot." So he's not saying shoot.
He'll nod. And he'll say, "Getting kicked out of my own Cairnheart. What the hell?"
Not by me. My glorious purpose.
Shakes his head. He kisses Jesse. And he leaves.
Anyway. He'll look to the lot of these.
Lash kind of waves. Just remember, I didn't do this.
Mad. Dev says as he leaves.
Oh, right.
Elf is not mad. Nobody be mad about it. And Johan just smiles,
You
wondering if he's gonna get in trouble.
missed you missed the part where Lash said, however, other club stuff may have had something to do with.
Okay, so
Johan just
come, my babies, come. Motion, come here. And I'll sit down. As I understand it, you who pointed at Johan. I'm gonna tell you why you're all here.
yes.
As I understand it, you want to start a new tribe. And
Colton
you-
nods.
And you, I'm not talking to you. Like, look at Cole.
He's
Johan.
shrugging. He's like, I didn't say anything. I just nodded.
Shake his head. No, I'm talking to him. Give me a second. I'll get
Lash
you.
looks confused.
I hear you want to start a new tribe. You're tribeless. You who pointed Paris, I don't fucking even know with you. Paris just nods. Chewing on a carrot stick. You
Not celery.
graduated to carrot. It's like a baby. This is why he shops at Baby Gap.
Exactly, right?
I know you who pointed at Colt. We're considering joining a new tribe.
Nods.
And I just wanted you who point over at Lash so that there was a male Black Fury perspective. You see, Johan here was born to the Black Furies. His mother's a Black Fury. And he wants to be a Black Fury, but the problem is they won't accept him because he's male and chooses to use male pronouns. Now, Paris over there, it's pretty well known. He was a member of the Black Furies as a trans woman, but he has forsaken this life and now identifies as male. So both of them are, well, Paris is looking at being removed from the tribe. Johan wishes to join the tribe, but I think our little adventurers here have thought to take a new path. As I understand it, you want to petition Lion.
Johan will nod. Yes, it's an idea that we've been discussing. It makes sense.
I called a lot of you guys together because I know and he'll point at Colt, Camden, Paris, and Johan. I know that a lot of you want to look into forming a new tribe. But I also thought that in regards to the idea and for the voice of a male Black Fury, it was a good idea to have Lash on hand so he could throw in his 2 cents about the issue, seeing that honestly he's got a unique perspective. He is a male in the Black Furies.
I'm sorry. I'm.
Yeah, I want your opinion. Hold on.
No, yeah, the whole new tribe thing that's got me confused. But
I mean, okay, hold on. Let's ask the question. Let's ask the honest question. Which is more feasible, forming a new tribe or breaking the Black Furies to accept men?
New tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Johan will nod. Like, yeah, that's why I've been a cub for 7 years.
Okay.
I mean, then because I fucked off.
Being a male and joining the Black Furies, how can I best describe my experience as a male in the Black Fury? There's not really a best way to describe it, so I'll just show you. He takes off his coat and he takes off his shirt, and he turns around. There's a reason he's called Lash.
Yeah, the scarring
He
from
is
the whip.
badly scarred. But also, you actually see what's the handle of what's hanging on his in a special sheath on his back. It's a whip, and it's a nasty looking thing. But the thing is, he is badly scarred. I think this is the best description of how I can say my experience as a male Black Fury.
And is that universal across the tribe, or was it just your experience?
My experience.
I'll nod. Also,
However, can I make a roll on Black Fury lore to know if that's pretty universal, or not 100% universal, but pretty high up there?
sure, good.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What is my... I just gotta remind myself here. Spend a willpower on this so I don't royally screw something up.
Okay.
That's 2 successes with the willpower.
That's up to
Oh,
Lindsay.
there it is. Oh, you rolled
shit.
it in general.
Sorry. Sorry, I bet Discord's been really slow, and I
So, you know that
quicker.
his experience was especially harsh because of who his parents happened to be.
Okay, well, mine's pretty extreme. My experience has been pretty extreme. Yeah, because of who my parents is, but
Yep.
yeah.
And him, and one was a get Fenris. So,
Yeah, he'll actually say that. My mother was a Black Fury. My father was a Black Fury born, raised by Get Fenris.
that
Blink, blink.
explains it, Johan says.
I'm lost as to why that made your experience what it was. Jesse will say. I was raised by the Fenrir. Fenrir tend to view their metis as they can be one of the more egalitarian of the tribes towards them as long as they can pull their own. Shrug.
Yeah, but I never had it to sit down. I was never sat down and explained why my father was an asshole.
I mean, I don't think many people are. But no, that's a fair point.
And I don't know why my mother went along with it.
There you go. That's a very fair statement.
But
Mr. Shake is
to be fair, if you try to force your way into the tribe, I could probably tell you your experience may be along the same level as mine.
there you go.
You force your way into anything, you're probably not going to get the great reception.
So, Johan,
Although
as you
your whole idea of a new
as you are my cub, I do feel it is important that I help you on your journey. That is my duty. So, let's spread his hands. Here I am.
Nods.
I'm not gonna lie. I prefer this path over you trying to change the tribe. To be honest, I'm not comfortable with the idea of the Black Furies changing in this way, or helping to facilitate a cub doing it. I'll be very straightforward.
I will offer my aid and to you to help you form a new tribe, though, if that is the path you wish.
That being said, I think it is important, and I do speak with an authority on a very, very, very rich knowledge of Garu culture. It is very well known that Jesse is extremely well versed in Garu culture.
Mm-hmm.
That the formation of a tribe is, shake his head. Well, to be frank, it's something we ain't seen since the Spirals. That was the last tribe to form, really. So the question is do you want to form an entire new tribe or a sub-tribe like the Sebarak or the Akuchikindu? I guess technically the Skin Dancers too, but let's not talk about them in detail. He'll shake his head.
Lash will shudder.
Yeah, Johan will shake his head like, no.
Colton has a flash. Colton has kind of like an image pop into his mind of a certain man named Ethan, and he clenches his fist.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because to form a tribe like this, he'll furrow his brow. The way to do it is a bit unprecedented. I mean, there have been many people who have tried to break off an offshoot and form their own tribes, and there were some that say that what you're trying to do right now is pointless. You'll be met with opposition, and that they will say, how are you not just admitting that you should fall under Rat, to be honest?
So Johan looks at Jesse and he smiles. You did something that people thought was absolutely pointless and impossible, and yet you achieved it.
I did. It came with consequences.
Of course it did. I'm not delusional. I know that forming a new tribe will be hard. There will be setbacks. There will be people that say, why don't you just join the Bonars or the Children of Gaia? All right.
May I ask you straightforwardly what your answer to that is? There are those who would say that the male children of Black Furies have always just been fostered out to help strengthen the other tribes. And that Rat and Unicorn have already served in this capacity to shrug what service they have done to the nation already could be seen as an insult to them. Now you have to understand, I'm not saying this as it's my opinion, and I'm saying this is from where I'm coming from. I'm saying that this is what you will be met with, and you have to have an
He
answer.
nods.
Lash will kind of raise his hand.
Johan will look to him.
Others may make a different stand altogether, such as we've lost tribes already. Maybe it's good to see new ones come.
He'll smile.
One already.
I'll nod.
Indeed. My answer is because he the ST can't think for him. While the concept of those tribes seem to fit upon further research, investigation, I just don't feel like I fit there either.
No, I don't mean a tribe. I mean we've lost tribes. The argument
I was
could be made.
answering
It's
Jesse
time to
on
see.
why.
Oh, sorry.
Jesse on why I won't join the Bonars or the Children of Gaia.
And you feel that there are enough like you that this isn't just a complete and utter exercise in megalomania.
He'll nod.
Colton will put a hand to his heart.
I believe there are.
It's because
I can't be the only person in the nation that feels this way. Can't.
it's because we constantly feel lost. That we're trying to find ourselves, but there isn't a place for us. There isn't a place for us to fit, and we just slide through the cracks, and it's... Honestly, I've had enough of that.
Johan will nod.
Camden actually
Points.
nods.
Yeah, just so does Lash.
Camden will Camden will nod and he'll say, "I made it all the way, Adrin and the Shadow Lords, and I never really felt I fit. It's who I was supposed to be. It's what I had been told my entire life, that I was so well bred in the Shadow Lords, and that I was never really given a choice. But I never felt like I belonged. And in trying to force myself into that life, I almost lost everything. I don't
Colton,
know where I belong. I'm lost. I'm lost too. We'll say softly.
Colton nods.
Johan
will
will go over
say-
to Camden and actually put an arm around him.
We'll smile at that.
When I first changed, they saw the purity of unicorn within me. And they immediately just pushed me towards the children of Gaia. I had no real choice. They said I had a choice, but I didn't. And the more I became a child of Gaia, the more I just gave and never gave anything to myself. The more I hurt until it just boiled over.
And as I understand it, your tribe wants to, he'll kind of air quote, tribe. Not like disrespectfully, but he cannot even begin to call it a tribe right now.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, no, he doesn't take any
We
offense.
want to petition Lion.
We do. Lion lost his children. Lion's been hurting for centuries. I think Lion would accept those who are lost, or Lion has been lost himself.
Lion slipped through the cracks just as we did.
Johan nods.
And what if Lion doesn't take you?
Then we figure out something else.
Colton smiles, and then he says, "But we will prove ourselves, and I have full confidence he will accept us."
Johan
And there's
smiles
kind of like a
Colton.
fire in his eyes.
Yeah, he's like, well, you certainly displayed some Lion's pride.
Lash will look over and go, "Will you accept my help?"
Johan will nod. Yeah. You want help?
He'll smile. Bow his head, then you have my head. To quote a movie, "You have my whip."
Colton
He laughs.
just covers his face and starts dying.
Sorry, I couldn't resist, A little too serious moment here. No offense.
That was great. Johan looks to Jesse.
We'll smile.
Lash kind of looks like he's seriously thinking about something for a second.
It was the wisdom of a kinfolk that helped in making this decision to form a new tribe.
Which one?
Lucas Rose.
Colton nods.
I'll make sure tales of his wisdom are told at the moot.
He smiles.
When I decided, when I went forward with challenging the first law of the nation. There wasn't a doubt in my mind that I was going to do this. And although I was afraid at times, and I may have had a moment or two where I didn't think I did. I went in with a pure heart. If this is really what you want to do, if this is what you feel, you have to go into it with your whole heart, and you have to support each other, and you can't backbite.
Johan nods.
So does Lash.
It's hard to keep your ego in check. Honestly, there are some people who comment on the fact that I've in the wake of changing the first law of the litany, in the wake of being the one who struck that match, that I've laid so low, that I pay focus on my daughter and being den father. They thought that I would move on to something bigger, more revolutionary. Not really chasing the high of it.
You achieved your goal and life goes on.
Well, not. Technically, I'm not even in a relationship that benefits from the law having been shifted. I married a kinfolk.
He nods.
Any of the mates that I have, any of the partners I have that are Garu or male. So I don't even really get to eat the fruits of this. I did it because it wasn't about me. And that's what you have to do.
More will follow. We're not the only ones who feel this way. And we have to be strong
Johan will
for that.
nod. It might be he's because of me or my husband. It's for all of us, for everybody that feels this way. Tribe, or they absolutely feel accepted, because he looks to Colton. As accepting as the children of Gaia are, he was still
You know,
there was never
Lion.
another option presented to him.
It was who I was. He bites his lip.
You know, Lion, when falling from the grace of the totems was taken into Griffin's brood, right?
Yes, I know.
Which means your upwards right walking selves are going to have to go to Griffin's realm.
Yes, I have thought of that. And I know which tribe Griffin presides over.
It's not even a matter of it being a tribe that he presides over. It's that is his spirit in essence. So to even get to Lion, you're going to have to go through Griffin.
Colton nods.
Johan nods.
Lash will
I
also
know.
nod. For a pound, I believe they say.
Once that happens, in your quest for this, you should have a name form. I wouldn't settle anything in stone until, well, Lion accepts you, if God willing he does. There's going to be a lot that you're going to have to make choices on that will affect generations, not just yourself.
He nods.
And I'm only going to be able to help you so far.
I know.
It's my duty and oath to protect you. It's my cub. And to protect any of you that's cub. He'll look over at Camden and nod at him. This is straining the bonds of my protection. But I've never really been known one to shy away from a challenge.
You don't have to be there physically
No, and I'm not going to
to
be.
protect us.
He'll shake his head. I'm not going to be. You think I'm walking into Griffin's realm? No, oh, sir, thank you.
He'll smirk.
I fully support what you're doing. But this is your barbecue.
He'll nod. He'll take Paris's hand.
It's like Paris got shook out of whatever fucking reality he was in. And shakes his head and looks over at him. Huh? And he'll look at
He
Johan
just
like he's
squeezes
waiting.
his hand.
Hey,
Hi.
what are we talking about?
Have you been listening?
No.
The new tribe, love.
What about it?
That in order to get to Lion, you have to go through Griffin.
Okay. My affairs are in order. I'm good to go. Are we leaving right now?
No! God,
Okay.
no. We have
on.
to plan and prepare first.
How do you plan and prepare?
Come
for
up with a
something like
name.
that? No.
We have to come up with a name and the tribe. We have to be prepared. I mean, we need to put it. Makes sense.
Isn't that one of those things that... He'll shake his head. Never mind me, I'm stupid.
No, you are not stupid. Please. I'm saying.
When you're dealing with old tales and legends... So I am a Galliard, I think. And when you're dealing with old...
Yes, you are a Galliard.
When you're dealing with old tales and legends... I'll try to think of how to word this. It was always the ones who fell fastest and had the emptiest voices, who did things like name themselves first and and decided things and purposes like that. Instead of when you have a leader, okay? Like a king or like I don't know, like that. And they say, like they're newly minted, and they come out and they say, "I am King so and so of this and such, you know, master of this, lord of that, you know, commander of this and such and jiggles." And it sounds really, really, really like arrogant and empty, and as though they're just throwing a whole bunch of words onto there to hope that it holds over and of the such. But then when you have someone who's been tested and proven, and they're just naming off things that came as they Like Daenerys Stormborn. He'll nod. She started off with no braids. And then she became Daenerys Stormborn, Mother of Dragons, Queen of Moon, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that stuff that she gained, she went on her journey. I don't think we should come up with a name. I think our name will come to us. If we come up with a name, it just seems very arrogant.
Lash will nod.
And as far as the purpose goes, I'm pretty sure that will hammer itself out too.
Well, I think we already pretty much know what that is. Obviously, we're all here.
I think the purpose does need to be refined past we're just the outcasts of everyone else, because there is something to be said about what Jesse said about Rat or Unicorn being not offended, but we'll think.
Slighted.
Especially with Rat.
Yeah.
I think Unicorn would be understanding. I think Rat will blow us all up. We'll nod. And again, although my affairs are in order, I prefer not get blown up.
I would prefer that we not get blown up as well.
Are you getting blown up with me if I get blown up? Put those arms
Where
around.
you go, I go.
I love you!
I love you too.
Let's make sure to learn how to blow each other up, okay? Jesse face palms like, what the fuck is wrong with those two?
I'm assisting you guys. I'd really prefer not to get blown up too. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there.
Just shakes his
We'll
head.
make sure that you don't get blown up.
God, someone
I do.
explain to me why the sanest of you is this one. No point in Camden. Camden just waves, like a little wave.
Colton kind of bites his lip and he says, "While this is just an idea, it is nothing that I would say we could keep or anything, but I was thinking about a name and this came to me." He bites his lip. The
Johan
Valiant of
looks
Ardor.
Well, that's
Bravery of Love.
We'll put a finger to your ears here. What? Jesse?
The Valiant of Ardor.
I want you to compare that to the names of the rest of the tribes. And remember that
right. Yeah, Johan is. Yeah, Johan blinks.
I definitely appreciate your creativity, but I need you to remember that Lupus need to be able to understand it. Well, not.
He smiles.
Yeah, Johan shakes his head. No. No. See, that is not keeping our ego in check.
That is not keeping. No. That is not.
He
And
pats
Johan-
Colton on the head. Like, no.
I'm just going to say I don't necessarily agree with it as a name, but it is a cool name.
Cool name. Make it. You know what? You can make it a what do you call it? Camp in the tribe. Well, not. Look, you got your first camp.
Yes. We'll keep that as camp name.
Exactly.
Hold on.
You're the warriors that go off and fight stuff. The pack of Arun. Camp of Arun. Whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm just throwing shit. Christ, oh my god. The bougiest camp ever. Tribe thing. Jesus. You're fucking recycling. You're recycling a fucking totem. You hipster bastards. Jesus Christ. Fucking tribal headquarters are going to be in Brooklyn. Jesus.
No.
Gentrifying the sept. Oh my god. I shouldn't expect any less out of you two. No point in Johan and Paris. And Paris comes back out of his haze and he's like, "We're gentrifying something?" Excited. How did he get to Foster? Let's just look at Johan for an answer. Like, how did he get there?
He shrugs. No idea. He just did. Bumble fucked his way, I suppose.
Paris, hardly not. Like I bumblefy with my costume. I'm almost a Hadron. What the fuck does he do?
I don't know how he keeps earning the renown, but he does.
It's gonna be an elder or any of us, and I'm gonna cry. Oh my god!
No, you don't have to, love. You don't have to.
Cry?
There's a.
No.
Huh?
Paris will look over and smile. I could probably challenge for Adrian if I want to, but I'm not ready. And he'll shake his head. Oh, yeah, other thing. Jessica will say, what are you guys going to do about the fact that, to join a tribe, you kind of have to be a cub? Well, not. Are you all going
Colton
to...
kind of bites his lip and then says, I was going to discuss this a little bit more with Pulia Petrova, as he is the one who knows the most about rights.
I was thinking
As it
that
stands, all I'm doing is helping. So, I mean, I don't know what the future may lie in that, but
Johan. Let's see. I was thinking that we could, with the help of the legendary Garu, come up with a right to transfer rank and
I mean, I've seen some of the shit rights can do. I can't really see why it couldn't happen.
transfer
Can I
rank
do a
renown
roll?
over to the new tribe because of upon the formation.
Can I do a roll to see if I happen to know if I know about the that right that allows you to switch from hospice to hospice?
That's a very well-known right.
Oh, renunciation,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's very.
Point
well
out that he'll point out that one.
Camden raises his hand, and he'll say, I underwent that right. This is why this is my second time being a cub. Third. It's my third time being a cub. Hold on.
Just
but
pointing
that
out
right,
that there's sort of something that does something.
that right
similar.
still strips you of your renown, so that you fall in rank. We want to come up with something that transfers it over. It's probably gonna have to spirits, but that's what he'll squeeze Colton's shoulder. That's what we have Theurgist for.
Yes.
He just grins.
Oh boy. Okay. The other thing you have to make sure, Jesse will say, is that you are not terrifyingly offending Pegasus in all of this. Who knows what
Johan
that's-
looks like he
get
really mad about.
doesn't
give a fuck.
You know what? I can see writ large across your face, Johan. You just don't care, and I understand. Again, this is not about you, you tiny megalomaniac.
I don't think we want to anger a really powerful spirit. He just laughs.
Most powerful. Just gonna point that out. Pegasus is considered one of the greatest totems in our portfolio. Have you ever been on the
He will
wrong end of
take a-
Pegasus? It's bad.
You'll take a deep breath.
I will have to see if even helping take away members of his tribe would tick him off.
I can see.
Come to
Yes,
think of it.
you probably should get with your fellow Black Fury sisters. Probably a Theurge or two, and figure it out. I don't want you to.
I already have one in mind. Come to think of it.
Oh
He
my.
looks to you, Jesse. How about your packmate?
Well, you know what? I'm not
Yeah.
trying to say her because I don't want to speak for her.
Theurge.
Yes, but I don't like to speak for her.
Well, no.
I think we're talking about the same person here.
Probably are. Laser.
Johan will
Yes.
nod. Yes, Lays with Dragons.
Yeah, yeah. Me and her worked well together the last time we went out. Well, depending on from what angle you're talking about. Any
I have to
any
dis-
sparks.
I have to talk with Lays with Dragons anyway for my Fostern challenge.
Oh, congratulations for approaching that.
Thank you.
I'm still a ways away.
I'm glad to see you. You guys got your yourselves at least facing the same direction. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know Paris. Kind of motion over to Paris, like you just do you. And Paris will look over like, oh, what? Paris, that's me.
God. Johan wraps his arm around Paris, like, okay, babe. I got
What?
this.
Hi. Hey, you got this?
Hi.
You got this,
You're a
Brenda?
space cadet, and I love you.
Colton just shakes his head and he's like, I love you, cousin. Oh my god.
He'll wrap his arms around his neck. And Camden just looks
Around
at him
Johan's?
like, yeah. No. He wraps his arms around Colton's neck, pulling him into to group. And Camden just
Okay.
throws around and shakes his head at Paris, not in a bad way, like in a concerned way.
While he's hugging him, Johan would hear it as well, but he would be like, are you alright?
Me? Paris says,
He nods at Paris.
am I? This is Bravros.
A look of concern as he looks over at Johan.
Jesse will take Paris's arm, like kind of lightly, and say, I want to talk to you about something. And Paris will nod and follow him. And they'll kind of go off and talk amicably for a minute.
Johan will
Johan.
Johan will kind of take a deep breath as they go off. Look at Colton.
Johan, there's another thing we need to talk about.
What's that?
We still need to discuss about becoming mediaries for the kinfolk and the Fae to Garou.
We do, yes. We absolutely do.
Me and Dress the white elephant in the room. Camden will say, hand up.
Yeah.
Is he
Go
okay?
ahead. He shakes his head.
Sincerely, is he okay?
No,
I don't know.
hasn't. No. He,
I mean, I see him tell tales. I know he's busy. I think he's a musician, right?
Yeah, he is. He functions, but he.
May I just straightforwardly ask what happened?
In the process of reverting back to male, he lost his wife and his child. Not really allowed to see his child.
Kim takes a deep breath because he understands that hurt. Oh,
No,
I didn't know he had children.
he has one daughter.
I didn't know either.
She's 2, I think.
Don't bite his lip.
Colton will rub his stomach.
I mean, is he okay? I mean, he just seems really detached.
I think if I hadn't come along, he probably would have killed himself.
His brow furrows.
Colton actually kind of winces at that statement. Like, it's obvious.
I'm trying.
He has no subterfuge.
I want us. I want us to get our lives in order so that possibly try and reason with his child's mothers and visit. Have his daughter visit us. I think having her back in his life would help.
Colton will lean in and whisper to Johan.
Okay.
Come on, Lindsay's chat. Okay, okay, there we go.
Brow furrows. Tilts his head. What?
He blinks and then looks at him.
How? I don't understand.
I don't remember the exact chain, but he'll explain it.
Camden will raise his hand. Can you just share with the rest of the class?
Yeah. I mean, he's not here. He can't hear us. So just, cause yeah, that's. Huh?
Maybe I can help because I learned recently that Johan, that Paris, and he bites his lip. That Paris and I are not distant cousins, but we're close cousins. Maybe there's something my family could do.
No, out of character, I believe Paris is actually Colt's uncle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. He'll say, actually, my uncle.
Johan blinks. What? What?
Huh?
What? What the hell are you talking
Technically,
about?
at that point, you could just challenge for the right to see the kinfolk, but he'll shrug. That's the
nod.
Shadow Lord in me. Look, you can only burn out so deeply and much, okay? Can't just shrug.
Then he crosses his arms. That's what I will do.
Okay, hold on. He'll hold a hand up. Okay, listen, when I said that, I meant it. No, you go ahead.
No. Look, I appreciate that, but
Coming from somebody who was a father, and I don't mean this rudely, Paris does, he'll put his hand to his mouth. I'm really not trying to insult Paris.
I'll nod.
He looks like you could blow him over. Is
Colt
he
bites his lip.
in a place to be a structured environment for you?
Colton will look at Johan because he knows it's not true. But it's not gonna say it.
Okay. I know that he seems unstable, but he functions, and when he has things put in front of him that he has to do, he manages. Honestly, if his daughter was in front of him, I think you'd see a different Paris.
I want to tell Paris so bad that he's my uncle.
Why?
He'll kind of explain. I don't know exactly why he can't tell him, but there was like a reason why.
Stable. And I think that it would only make it worse.
Yeah.
Known about Paris. No, deranged is on his sheet. The character is crazy. He's functional, but he is very detached from reality. And they think that basically telling him would only make it worse. That he doesn't have the mindset and like the mental faculties to take the information, to take like a truth and to process it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not deranged in like the funny oh yeah thought. No, he is very mentally unwell.
Yeah, Colton will kind of say that and chew his lip. Like, he really wants to tell him, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure how he'd handle that.
I mean, is he in a place where he would, like Cameron will say, is he in a place where he would be able to handle it? And is his mind, can he process the information?
I don't know.
I know that sometimes to people to take their reality and to change it can only make things worse. Even if that change is something that could be good or seen as positive. Even
it could devastate him.
Yeah, just the stress of it being a change. His identity.
Had a lot of changes recently.
I know how change can be traumatic. He kind of looks off to the side, like he's not saying something.
Yes, and how traumatic change can be for someone who is relatively mentally stable. To somebody who is not, can be even that much more detrimental.
And he's not stable. No matter how much I want him to be.
He isn't. Yeah, Johan looks very... He tears up. I'm worried that I'm going to lose him.
Camden will wrap his arm around him and kind of support him. Hey, come on. You're not gonna lose him.
Has he changed at all since you've been together? Has he improved? If he has, then you are good for him and you're helping him.
He'll nod. He has.
Well then, just be there for him.
Doesn't mean that... He shakes his head.
It doesn't mean that he'll ever be completely well. But he's changing. He's bettering himself for you. And he like kind of holds his hand.
Camden will hey, he'll kind of give a sign like shh, and they notice that Jesse and Paris are walking back over. Paris
Colt will let
is
go of Johan's hand.
absolutely lit up like you've never seen him.
Johan looks
Colton's smiling.
Like, honestly, Johan may have never even seen him this lit up. And he's holding something. And he'll kind of carefully go up to Johan. It looks like in the past he would have run up to him without like with an excited wiggle and like a, yeah, but he's actually being like calm.
Johan will stand up.
And
Over.
he'll kind of he'll hold his arms up. He's holding on him.
He'll smile.
Jesse told me I could watch her.
That makes Colton smile.
He said he needed a babysitter. And I could watch her. He's got her diaper bag on his arm.
Smiles. So we're babysitting.
I'm babysitting. You can help. Paris says.
He smiles and nods. Of course.
Colton walks up and he's like, "Can I help a little bit too? I need to get used to this."
Jesse grabs the back of Colton's shirt and pulls him back like. Oh, right. You can babysit later.
He nods.
Johan looks over to Camden and gives him like just a little bit of a knowing look, like, "See, I told you."
I'll smile. He is like very focused on Autumn, and like where normally he kind of seems like he's like really zoned out or just in a different place. He's like focused on that baby right now. And I'll kind of pet her cheek and smile and like coo at her and stuff. He just sits down and focuses on her. And Jesse will give Johan a soft one.
Johan will give Jesse a look that's it's grateful, and he'll mouth thank you.
He'll reach out and brush his mind because he has mind speak. And he'll say, "I know she'll be safe. It'll be okay."
Yeah. I don't have any doubts about that either.
Flash to look over at Jesse. Oh yeah, I probably should tell somebody that the earlier conversation. There might be some problems with my parents eventually. They tend to try to track me down and cause a whole slew of problems.
Colton blinks. And you
I mean,
didn't
I'm down with
explain
chokeholding
this.
somebody and like, letting you wail on them for a little while. We could also instead track them down and deal with the problem.
Colton
I mean,
nods.
I'm perfectly fine with hunting somebody down and putting their head through a wall.
And Johan, Lash is still shirtless, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Johan looks at Lash's back. He says, "They're the ones that did that to you, right?"
Yeah. Ian is toning it down. The scars are really, really bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. And so Johan grits his teeth. "Please let me help you."
Sorry, I missed what you said there.
He said, "Please let me help you."
If the time comes to it, they're still my parents as much as it.
He looks.
He has the look on his face like he's still torn. Still, they're
Yeah,
still his
but-
parents.
Colton looks at him, reaches out to grab Lash's hand, and looks at him dead in the eyes. And he takes a glance at Jesse before he looks at Lash. And he says, "You have family, and then you have the family that you choose. Choose the ones that make you happy, not the ones that hurt you.
You know, in fact, this is actually what did most of this. And he points at his back. I took it from him.
You deserve to be happy as well. So,
You know,
Well, you party people, I do have to go. I have duties to attend to, Jesse will say.
that was it.
Colt will nod.
I'll come pick up
Johan,
Autumn tonight. I'll smile at Paris, and Paris will nod at him. I'll look at Camden and give him a small smile. And I believe with that we can end our scene.
Yep.
Awesome. Bye, people.